Joe,
Shit's breaking. Yeah.
Joe, tell me about Persona 5 Royale, or I guess it's
Yeah.
Royal.
Persona 5 Royal is the re-release of Persona 5 with some additional content, gameplay mechanic changes, some small dungeon reworks to the game
And a big new section
to give
that
it
we're not going to
and a
talk
big
about.
news next because we haven't gotten to it yet.
Right. So me and
Persona
Joe's,
5 right now compared to 2.
yeah, Joe's played up to Palace 7. I'm in Palace 5. I've beaten 5, but Joe never beat 5 all the way. So everything after where you're at is going to be
Correct.
new for you. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to just do a quickie about general gameplay stuff and changes, and then we're going to dive into
So
actual
I want to
our content later.
yeah, I do want to point out a quick 5-minute thing. You want to play Persona 5, get Persona 5R. If
Yeah.
you've played Persona 5 and you think about getting Persona 5R,
Get it?
that depends on how much you really like Persona 5.
Nah,
It was worth it for me.
everyone seems to love it though. Even people who have played it. Even I thought reviewers would give it flack, but like even the reviewers are like, oh, they improved something already great. So the new content is apparently very worth it.
But like, is that because through all the things I played before?
Ooh, Joe, you're cutting out a lot, my friend. I don't know if there's something we can do.
I'm gonna just literally close every. Why is there a fucking printer window up right now?
But that'll do it. You know, printers.
I'm gonna close out everything that's basically not this. Cortana, you don't need to be going. Don't need to be going. Actually, close Discord too. Gonna close some Steam.
Good podcast content, boys.
Here, sorry. You should stop recording for now.
No, it seems like you're better now.
I'm going to do something extremely drastic. I'm going to turn off my PS4 completely, even though it's downloading.
You seem better now. No, come back, Joe. So Persona 5R is the platinum version. It's the crystal. It's the emerald of a Pokemon game where it's the upgraded
Correct.
version. But
yeah,
like Joe
there's no reason not to get this game.
Yeah, like Joe was saying, we don't know for sure, but the new content seems worth it. And replaying it through the game, they've added a good amount of new stuff in between as well, and a bunch of cool gameplay changes. P5 is already one of my favorite games ever, so the making improvements to it is a good addition. The only negative I'd have for this, I want to call it a remake, but it's not. This upgrade is that maybe it's a little too easy now because of like the will seeds and the amazing confidants like Maruki and Kasumi. Is that her name? Kasumi.
Yeah. Yeah, the new girl.
No, wait, hold on. What is the new girl? I've never said it out loud. Yoshizawa. I know Yoshizawa's her last name. Yoshizawa. So we'll go with that. Their new confidants make this particularly really easy. Also, your access to SP healing items. Because of mementos, you can buy some really crazy ones from Jose. So, yeah, but I've been playing it by like making sure to stay under level to make up for that. Because Merciless is not a fun difficulty in this game. It makes it so your criticals and your weaknesses hit for triple both ways. So you take more damage, but so does the enemy. But like you get less money and EXP, and like money is integral.
Well, you need money to do some. Yeah, I agree. I feel like when I was playing Persona 5 originally, I was having trouble, but I was just like, oh man, I gotta think about this going forward. Boss fights that I've redone and they've added new mechanics to all the boss fights have been really good.
Yeah.
And I've been like, oh man, this is a really cool new way of doing this. Especially kind of Shiro has a really cool segment that that has you like juggle like two different cronies on the side.
Yeah, it's
Um,
very good for his character. They add Shiho to the Kamoshida fight. Um, the Madarame fight, he doesn't go back to
I
his
don't know if
paint
there's anything
form.
different with Futaba. Yeah,
No, there
he
is
has
now.
kind of a
The
pseudo Okumura fight.
I thought the dive bomb stuff didn't happen in Futaba's. Like she would protect you, but I don't think Wakaba would take that much damage. I don't know. I remember there being more ballista. Yeah, no, there was more ballista phases where you have to send people to go shoot the ballista multiple times. I think. There's only one in this
It's
one.
less. It's more like they streamlined that fight. No, I had to do it like 2 or 3 times.
Oh,
For
really?
this
I
one.
only had to do it once this time. I kind of destroyed her. But apparently, I haven't gotten to Okumura yet.
Not me.
Okumura was the hardest. Okumura was the hardest in the original, and he's apparently like even harder now. So that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
He's
I had to jump down the easy. I got so
Not even
frustrated. I was
normal?
done.
That's
Like
crazy.
no, I was just like I spent 3 hours fighting this boss, so I got to the point where it's like I'm done. I'm gonna just
Looking forward to it.
uh yeah.
In general, this makes me also it gives us a chance to talk about P5 because I really like P5. It's my favorite Persona game. It's my favorite cast as well. P3 is pretty close, but the thing with Persona 5 is that there's complaints of like the gang doesn't seem like they're close friends because they're coming off a Persona 4 where you're this happy-go-lucky tropey crew where you're getting into like the hot springs adventure and well the girls suck at cooking and they're cooking for us. Like you're getting into the most tropey anime bullshit and the gang is just so obsessed with one another that it actually detracts for me. I like how the gang here they feel more realistic in their chemistry. There's different little relationships between the group. They also like a lot of the cute moments with them happen through the phone, which is good and bad because a lot of them happen through the phone and they're cute. But when you beat a palace, half of those text message calls are like, "Oh boy, I hope everything's gonna go okay." So you could just skip right through those because they get so samey. But when it's like something,
I basically skip everyone.
but like there's some
I
good
skip
ones.
all of them basically.
There's good ones when it's not those kinds of texts. When it's just like when they're preparing to go on like a trip or something. There's cute dialogue in those. But it feels authentic to how real groups actually get along. I also like how every confidant has a third character that's central to the confidant. And I think that's important because in P4, like, you are just the coolest dude. Everybody loves you. Everyone's fucking obsessed with you. And I don't like that. That feels so pandering. But here it's like your relationship with someone else kind of also hinges on other people in their lives, which helps them flesh out outside of just like their relationship with you. It's pretty minor a lot of the times, but like I think it's important. I feel like they're good friends. I like how the trips aren't like tropey trips. It's like let's pick up garbage and let's go to this fireworks show that gets rained in. And let's go to Hawaii, but we're gonna stay on our phones anyways because we're students. But overall, the plot of P5 is very enjoyable. The writing gets too like screw you adults sometimes, especially within the dungeons where it's like you go to a place in the dungeon and it's like you see something horrible about the person, and then you get a dialogue from one of the characters where it's like, oh, this person's so bad, what an atrocity. But then you get like 7 of those throughout the dungeon. It's like, I get it, the person's bad. No need for the screw you adult stick this time. But that's like the only negative I have for the writing, really.
Yeah. I feel like each dungeon was written independently. Am I cutting out again?
Possibly. No, I hear you. Every dungeon's cut out and made independently. I could see that. I have a defense for the most hated part of the game, actually, since I just got through it, which is
hold on.
The Morgana arc.
We have a major lag. Like I'm a solid like 10 seconds behind you or whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, you responded to that really pretty quick.
I mean, I've been trying to like cut in and like I'll say something and then you'll just pause after like literally 5 seconds after I've said it.
All
Or
right,
something.
Joe.
But
Please, I give you the right of way.
okay, but you could. I just was like, oh well. Try to butt in like I don't know. You're going Morgana. I agree with you that the Morgana section is like the most tropey part of it.
But like I have a defense for it because like I was paying more attention to it this time, and the build up to it's actually really good. Where Morgana keeps losing functions as part of the crew, and him and Ryuji have always been pretty shitty to each other. But they're also like they like each other, but they're the friends that rag on each other all the time. So it kind of just boils over, and the timing of the Hawaii trip is so perfect, for that. And I think it goes like just a tad too long, but it's fine. I think it was really important for the story, and it's Haru gets a unique introduction as a result, so that's that. I also don't think Okumura's Palace is bad.
I agree. I think also
maybe they streamlined it really well this time. Joe. Okay, we're back. What were we just talking about before you dropped? Oh goodness.
Okumura's Palace.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad. Maybe they just streamlined it really well this time.
I think they really streamlined it. It also might be because I've already done this before, so I know kind of what I need to do. Because I remember like going through those portals is just a headache.
So that's the part that could still be bad because that part's really hard. But with
no, not anymore. It's literally just press the first button you see every time and just go through the portal.
Sweet, cool.
Just
all the little remixes they make to the dungeon, they're not major, but they all improve it. I think you were underselling the changes to the Futaba Palace. I thought they were really good.
I couldn't remember much about the Futaba Palace. I just remember the emotion of really struggling with the enemies there.
Yeah. But I think that emotion, I mean, you can avoid pretty much every enemy, so there's always that.
They also there's a lot of small tweaks to this game that really make it feel so much better to play. And this game already was a mastercraft in like UX design.
Yeah.
So like for example, the stealth section or the stealthing in this game feels a lot more manageable and doable.
Because now you can use the D-pad to switch from attacking to going to another stealth point, which is really good because now I can effortlessly just like zigzag past enemies and not fight them if I don't want to. Which also
go
helps.
through a door, or open a chest.
Yeah, absolutely. The new stealthing is great. Also, combat-wise, the reworked baton pass and technical systems.
Oh my god!
Are so good.
Not having to level up people to get their baton pass is so good.
It's really bad for Haru. In particular, when you get her, you really want to use her because she's really good for that dungeon, and you get her.
And you need this. And she's the only person that has psychic on your team other than yourself, and so you're kind of relying on having two people with that ability to like get through that dungeon.
And I had to go through that dungeon without ever being able to baton pass with her.
Yeah.
I do wonder how Morgana levels up his baton. I have a theory because I saw the trailers and I'm like, okay, something weird happens in the third semester, so maybe that's when. But I was noticing that he can't.
Because he can't throw darts at the.
He's a cat. The technical system also incentivizes you to play around with status effects. Also, they gave status effects to everyone in the party. It used to be where I think only like had sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe Makoto had one.
Makoto had forget, if I remember correctly.
But I think that was it. Everyone else had it like through physical attacks, where like Ryuji can inflict it through physical attacks, but like
that was Yusuke as well.
Yeah, they just feel like they're in more places now. Morgana has one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Yoshizawa and Akechi will have one as well.
Akechi, I don't think it's too bad of a spoiler, but Akechi doesn't. But I think that's a good indication too, with his whole arc of being self-sufficient and only relying on himself, so he can't use technicals to set anyone else up in the party.
Sure.
But whatever.
Speaking of Akechi, I really like what they're doing with him in this game. His confidant is fucking fire. I really like his confidant.
Yeah, they really made it to where in the last game I was like Akechi just felt annoying, and then you just want to hate him by the time you start that the Shido's palace
Yeah,
after everything.
yeah.
But this game, you kind of realize more and more about Akechi and like why he does things and who he is and like
His human side and also his past.
yeah, and you kind of like get these moments of like this is a person that like
If not for circumstance, he would have been very
he's
close to Joker.
he's just Dio.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's basically who he is.
Dio can't fake being a human at any
That's true.
time.
But he's the same kind of motivation of
Yeah.
like I had nothing at dirt, but now I'm going to work my way up
My
through
worry
society.
though is that I'm pretty sure somehow Akechi's playable in the new content.
Mm-hmm.
You can't redeem Akechi. He is a horrible person. And I feel like at best they should make you feel bittersweet
So
for the time you had with him, but come to terms with the bad person he was. And in the first game, I already thought they did a bad job with that, where like his death scene makes him go out heroically, and the Phantom Thieves are not nearly as pissed off at him as they should be.
in the ship,
Yeah, and I feel like it should be even worse this time because like Akechi's the big push of this game, and if he comes back somehow after the ship,
I kind of liked how it ended. That whole engagement happens on the ship. Um, because I should mention that I got up literally to the point where it's like, all right, we gotta find these 5 VIPs for the ship, and then I stopped playing the game.
yeah.
So like that was new to me. So that was the first time I ever got to experience it. But it felt better and it felt good in that like they it might have been just because the confidant level, but it's like we understand that you've been mistreated your entire life, but this isn't the way to do it. It's kind of like this, like we get it. We don't have to be friends after this, but you should be doing the right thing and not the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Kind of deal. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. Like we're not going to forgive you, but you shouldn't be doing the wrong thing. That's what the takeaway you get.
I guess so. I don't know. There's a quote that's been going around where it's like a morally great character is a evil character who's hot, and I feel like that applies to Akechi so well. Where it's like if he wasn't the heartthrob pancake boy, everyone would be like, "No, this guy's a piece of shit." So I don't know.
I don't know. Akechi's grown on me, especially after doing all his confidence stuff.
Yeah.
By the way,
I
you
like
need to get
him.
his.
I definitely like him, but like,
Yeah.
I like him, but I think the character should keep their distance in their hearts. With him because he's a bad person who killed Haru's fucking dad. And if Haru's cracking jokes with him later and be like, "No, it's okay. My dad sucked anyway." Like, no, he still killed your dad.
I'm always surprised with Haru. There wasn't a point where she runs like she like forsakes the Phantom Thieves. I always thought that was interesting that she never did that. You know, like
there's not enough time because she's introduced so late. Also, like, they did not do anything about that. Like Haru gets like 3 extra scenes in this game before she shows up. So like they barely fixed that issue of her showing up super late. She's my favorite Phantom Thief girl, so it's like I wanted more.
There are sections in the game when you're walking to school, you can see her in the background, or you see her like working with like doing the garden stuff on the front porch.
That's not much.
That's not much. They do it with Makoto as well. There's one that gets revealed later, and you're like, that was pretty good. Not with Haru, but with another character. And you're like, huh. And then it makes you go, and then there's something you notice about this character, and you go, huh. And I think I know what the third semester's about.
So you told me that Maruki's sketchy, so I imagine that's who you're talking about. I have a theory about Maruki and Yoshizawa.
I think you and I have the same theory.
So first of all, Yoshizawa, I really like her. I didn't think I would.
I don't like her, but that's fine.
You don't?
I think she's too
perfect and like
yeah.
But that's gonna go downhill. You just know that's like a ticking time bomb.
It's just she's just like
waifu.
Yeah, waifu, love me senpai, I love you senpai kind of deal.
We now can't post this on the subreddit because they are head over heels for her, and like Persona fans don't care about talking about Persona. They just care about memeing about Morgana and how much they like their waifus. So like, there's that. But what I really liked about Yoshizawa is like at first she's like just the boring perfect girl, but
Hmm.
I really liked her stance on the Phantom Thieves. Um,
Yeah, that
I
was
thought that was a very interesting
I
conversation with
was
her.
I was shocked.
I also like all her confidants, where you get this sense that like she's really working herself hard, but like her dialogue's really cute. I like when she sneaks up on Joker in Hawaii,
Uh
and she's
huh.
like "Senpai." I was like, "Oh, you're all right." Um,
Yeah.
Particularly in the fourth one, you go glasses shopping with her,
Hmm.
and I'm like, that's when it hit me. It was like, is Maruki your dad or is Shido her dad? That those are the two people where it could be like that's a big plot twist.
Yeah. Ooh, there's a lot of good scenes with her, I think, and what she builds up to. I don't know. She's just
You
not my
know
cup
more
of
than me
tea.
now about
I
her,
do.
so
I know a lot. But what okay, so here's the interesting thing. I'm at Shido's palace, and from what you tell me, there's one more palace in the main game afterwards,
yes,
correct?
there's an eighth palace. That's the final palace.
Right. But she has shown up once the entire time to help me out, and it's in that intro sequence that you play
Yeah,
through
yeah, in
again.
Palace Six.
So there are requirements to get to the third semester. There's one actually, and it's you had to max Maruki's confidant level
Well,
out.
don't you have to max them all? You have to max Maruki,
No,
Akechi, and
it's just Maruki. To get the true ending, you had to max out Akenchi
okay,
and uh
Yoshizawa.
Yoshizawa. But for Maruki, you have to get it. So like to me, that means that if you don't max out Maruki, you really don't get any of the content afterwards. I don't know.
So I'm guessing the palace is Maruki's that we go to.
Probably.
I thought it could
Yeah.
be Yoshizawa's, but it's probably Maruki. But
But
like,
it's been established that you can't have a palace if you have a persona.
unless you're Futaba,
Unless you're
because
Futaba.
we definitely wrote Futaba first
Yeah.
because Futaba screams Catherine in Persona 4
Hmm.
when you get to her palace. Wakaba is just a Catherine boss, and that whole shadow thing is played much like a P4 palace. Um, but the thing with Maruki is, even when he meets Futaba, she's like, "Oh, I didn't get a bad vibe from him." So I don't understand what.
But remember that a palace is built off of desire,
Yeah,
not built off of someone's
evil. Which
evil.
is why I think
Which is
Sai's
what
palace is so brilliant because it's like
that's yeah.
she's been built up to have twisted desires the whole game, but she's not evil. She's just a bitch. So it's
Yeah.
like, uh,
And with Futaba's is I
yeah,
really like
Futaba's is trauma.
yeah. And I really like that thematically because it comes to the idea that like a person like corruption, quote unquote, doesn't just come from evil desires. It comes from like the desire of maybe like overcoming something
Yeah.
or getting something done. It's just a way that warps your mind because it takes over you.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of like background. Like I like Maruki. I should mention that as
Yeah, I
well.
like
I
him
think
too. I like
he
all the yeah.
yeah. The thing about Maruki is that his desire there's something going on with like he keeps going back to this girlfriend that he had or like whatever.
I don't think I've gotten there yet.
Okay, he mentions it a lot.
Does he?
So
Even before,
yeah,
even after before 5? It might come
Maruki.
only after 5
It might maybe at
because
5
I'm
or
stuck
after.
at 5.
Okay, but yeah, there's definitely he starts bringing her up a lot. So I think it has something to do with that, but we'll see. Uh, but like, but that's fine. He doesn't have a persona, so he can have a palace. Uh, and I like there's another thing also that's indicated I think more in Persona is that like there are multiple peoples probably that have palaces, but we just don't deal with them because they're not
In the main
in our
plot.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not part of the plot or like they're not
That's for
inherently
the
like
spin-offs. Go play Persona 5 Striker.
yeah. Um, so I think they do that really well. Do you remember if in the original Persona Makoto finds out before the everyone else that Sai has a palace?
I think so.
Okay, because I don't remember that, but I thought that, but like, it's the idea. I just thought that was a good kind of.
I,
Uh,
I think it was like she suspected it, and then she put her in the nav after suspecting it.
I think she says it straight up in the ears, like, no, I figured out she has a palace, like, right when we finished Kaneshiro.
Yeah.
I also should mention I really like the Makoto and Sai dynamic that you have this person and then you have Sai that's chasing after you, and I think they do a really good job of like this
The best part of the story is the fact that it's a narrative device of
Mhm.
telling Sai what's happening, and the reason why you can't remember the details
Of the plot.
is because you're drugged up. And then like the review at the end of the Sixth Palace is the high of the game. It is the highest high for me. It's so because there's the surface level plot twist of Akechi, and
Yeah.
as soon as I saw Akechi, this comes from playing Persona 4. As soon as I saw Akechi, I was like, "Hey, it's the bad guy. It's him." Like the second I saw him, because it's like if you're not a Phantom Thief, you're the bad guy.
Yeah.
Everything about your character design and everything I know about this series screams that. But the real plot twist of how the Phantom Thieves played him, that's like, I think that's the true plot twist of the game.
And then they use
actually, there's one more plot twist that you never got to, so I'm interested about that. Interesting.
But yeah, I want to, like, I'm at the point now where I just have to go and give the calling card and go take down Shido now.
Which after this podcast talk, you are free to do so.
Yeah. But in terms of new stuff, I think mechanically the new stuff is great. The one complaint about the new stuff is that I wish showtimes were like limit breakers and that we knew how close we were to getting them.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like using them is cheap because it's like, oh my god, they do so much damage.
But at the same time, when you get like crit 5 times, you're like,
yeah, but that's part of the Persona experience, man.
No.
You can tell y'all motherfuckers didn't play P3. I tell you what. Oh, that's an evil RPG.
But speaking of showtimes, I think the showtimes, they're really cool.
I love them. They're great.
I love seeing them, but they are missing a mechanic component that lets me know
control them a little bit.
To control them,
yeah.
Because like Final Fantasy VII, for example, limit breakers, they give you a really powerful ability that can change the time of battle,
and you can hold it at the cost of having to do magic or guarding.
Right, but you know at least how close you are, and you can be like, Barrett's about to get his limit breaker. If I can keep Barrett alive just long enough to use it, I could probably take down this boss or take out this enemy that's harming me. So there's some strategy and agency to that, which I really like.
It'd be cool. Like, what if they made it so you get one showtime per battle?
And
you get to select. You don't get to select maybe which one, but you get to select like when to activate it, so that way you get to still see them all. And as long as you have someone in your party that can show time, you can do it. But I think that'd be better because then they could balance around it. I don't know. I don't even know if you can get multiple, but it's random, so I assume you can.
I've gotten multiple during boss fights or longer fights.
Yeah.
But like the Akechi fight, I got multiple of.
And then the benefit of using them is that they're a strong attack that doesn't take SP. Like that's also like what's good about guns, which actually might be the best change to combat. The fact that guns reload after every match. That's
thank God,
insanely good.
Because they were literally useless other than to do weaknesses, and you would pop each one once, and you'd be like, bye.
You would only use them. You would only use them against the final boss because it's like, okay, ammo doesn't matter at the boss of the palace. But now they do good damage. They have status effects. You get like to keep the game balanced. I don't buy armor, but I customize the shit out of my guns just because I think they're cool.
I haven't bought any sort of equipment at all.
Nice. I mean, you don't. Yeah. You're just showered with shit in this game.
Yeah, I use the.
You can use the laundry and just go.
Yeah, I've been using the amulets or whatever though. That's like my one thing that I've been using.
Those are I'm holding off on using those. I might have to use them against Okumura, depending.
I like that change. I like the will seeds. I think they're a nice little additional thing to look for.
I like how they put mini bosses. They relegated them to the will seeds, so they move some mini bosses that were in the critical path to the will seeds, but they also added mini bosses to palaces that didn't have them, and then made them will seed bosses.
Yeah, it's
like the Futaba will seed boss is completely new, and he fucked me up.
Yeah, I remember going through the Kamoshida palace and be like, "Where's the penis?"
Yeah,
boss?
where's the little penis head?
And then you find him at the World. He's like, "Oh, there he is."
He's so memorable.
Yeah.
I think who are your favorite confidants?
Confidants? I like Takami.
Yeah.
I like her a lot. For more reason than one.
Yeah.
Let's see what else is there. I like Hifumi. I wish I could do her more, but she only shows up every once in a while.
Hifumi is weird. Like I always thought she was so boring. I'm kind of digging her this time though.
Mhm.
She's just sweet.
I think I'm like 90% sure they revamped a lot of the dialogue to make them.
Well, aside from that, they also added the post conversation to all of them,
Yeah.
and those help flesh out like everything you went through.
Hmm.
I've always really liked Mishima. I think his confidant is brilliant, and I think he's
Yeah.
a great character.
That was one that I didn't get up at that much last game.
If you don't know, like you can do Mishima and Yoshida's, which is Sun. You don't have to have the matching persona; they always go up. So,
oh yeah, okay, that's good to know.
Speaking of Yoshida, he's one of my favorites. I think he's a really cool dude.
Is he from a previous game?
No,
I thought he was.
No.
Okay.
I like Kawakami because that's me, dog. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Kawakami's great. She's my babe. I really like Shinya. Every game has like a confidant with either really old person or a really young person, and those are always great. In P3, you go to a bar to hang out with like a monk who is not a very good monk at all. He's just drinking at a bar every night.
I ran into a monk in Kijoko, right?
Yeah.
Where the darts are, there's a monk thing outside of there.
Which that whole area is fun. I like those mini games. I haven't done Jazz Club yet because it doesn't seem useful. That seems like a New Game Plus thing.
Yeah.
Thieves Palace is the last thing I'd like to touch on, which to me is a really meaningful addition. One, because the music there, like that is an area where it's like, do you love Persona 5? Well, we got an area for you to just spend time in. I'm like, yeah, I love Persona 5. The music there, you get to customize it, but the main track is great. You get to... So, have you done anything in Thieves Den?
I walked in, looked around, I was like, this was like a place for me to invest a lot of time in. I don't have time for that.
So, Thieves Den... So, there's an award wall that is like an alternate trophy list that is an actual trophy. So, the platinum for this game is going to be really easy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, there's nothing hard there. You don't even have to max every confidant. You just have to max one confidant. Like, it's so easy this time. But this one has like the actual hard achievements, like max every confidant, go to each bar a number of times, like go to each facility in the world a number of times, score home runs, catch the best fish. Like it has your actual completionist. So in my New Game Plus, that's gonna be really fun. Because like there's stuff in P5 that you never really get to even experience. Oh, there's a cockroach there. I'm gonna spray the fuck out of it. Hold on. Do it live.
Ah! Ah!
Anyways,
Willard, I was at my aunt's house that she's selling, and I was outside by the pool. And I looked down, there was a dead cockroach. I immediately thought of you.
Thanks. I hate those fuckers so much. Thieves Den. So I'm very excited for New Game Plus, where I get to Thieves Den some more.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it. I like the fact that it's a trophy list, basically.
That's good.
And so the thing with Thieves Den is you get to customize it, and you get to put like statues and locations around your den. What that does, though, is party members will show up and have conversations at those spots.
Oh, that's cool.
So you have like very good moments of like Ryuji and An talking about how cool Captain Kid is, the persona. And Ryuji's like, yo, isn't my persona cool? Oh, that bug spray's killing me.
We'll just die on camera.
Live on camera. But then you also have stuff like, okay, you put a location down, like say the laundromat, and you have characters meet up and talk about the laundromat. Or you put something like the school conference room, and the characters will go there and have a conversation about that. So it's a really good way to get extra dialogue with your party members.
It's like the cover stories in One Piece.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So they're kind of happening in your cognition, but you can, I guess, count them as canon because they're cute conversations. There's a ton of them.
Yeah, that's cool. Are they voice acted or are they...
No, they're not voice acted.
Okay. Something that I really like, it's a small thing, but all of the conversations while you're Mementos are voice acted.
Yeah, those are great as well. Mementos, big upgrade this time.
Yeah, you can like upgrade itself. I realized the mistake of I should have upgraded money instead of experience for that,
No,
but
experience like the game's already easy. You want the money,
you want the
the
money.
money and the items because you can sell those items for more money.
Especially because you need money for Kawakami and
Yeah,
Chinya and
I am on
how
track. I am on track. I think to max them all out in one run. I'm not using a guide, but I am using a guide for the conversations.
hmm
But now that I have the Fortune Arcana, I have
yeah.
her like at where you can do the the
The
affinity reading.
yeah.
That's so clutch.
What's that do? Does it tell you how close you are or is it just
The
boost it
affinity
up?
reading will boost it, and if you have a matching persona, it'll boost it by more.
Okay.
But it doesn't take time; it just takes money.
Okay, that's what I
So
thought.
if you're like Kawakami is not ready to level up, you don't have to waste a time slot on her. You just
Yeah.
waste 5,000 yen, and it'll go up to ready.
That's what I did for Akechi the clutch. I'm literally on the last day.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
so important. I'm very worried about Akechi and Maruki.
Okay. Before you do Akechi, you need to make sure you have a lot of items.
Uh-huh.
That's about it.
Why? Why
So
items?
you need to make sure you can heal yourself.
Oh, right. I hear there's a battle.
Yeah.
Okay.
It caught me off guard and I was like, oh fuck.
That's his last one? Or
Yeah.
like his eighth one?
Yeah, his 8th one.
Alright, I got his ass. I got the cockroach. Alright.
Good. Yeah, because I literally like so oh no. Oh, I thought you were going after another one.
No, no, no.
So literally the second last day, it comes up like, oh, he's about my thing's about to get stronger. I'm like, great, I'm gonna max him up, and then we go to this battle, and I lose.
Oh no, did you save? You gotta save every day. What if you make a mistake?
I know, I forgot to save. I was like,
my
fuck.
God.
Thankfully, so that he's like, all right, I'm gonna be at Shibuya every day now to challenge you if you want to get challenged. Like, okay. Next day rolls around. Takami. Walk into
That's
palace or walk into mementos. All right, we got this.
I'm excited for that. I'm probably gonna play right after this, which I think we're reaching the stopping point of our conversation here.
We'll have another one once we
Do the R content. Which
Yeah.
I guess Bradley wants to hear that one.
That's also my negative is that the R content comes so far at the end of this game.
Yeah, I mean they sprinkled in enough new stuff along the way. So
Yeah, and I feel like Yoshizawa's a little bit shoehorned in between days and palaces.
I'm glad she finally met the crew in fucking Hawaii. It took her that long to meet your friends.
Yeah, God, you don't want to introduce us to your new bitch?
Yeah. All right, Joe. I think we gotta do a mandatory. Who is your waifu? Yada yada yada.
Yada yada.
What are your romance plans?
Oh, well, it was gonna be romance all the girls, and then I fucked that up with Takami somehow. I must have been drunk
I
because
guess so.
that's like low on the list of people I would not want to romance. But I think the top 3 for me are Makoto, Takami. I actually be satisfied with just those 2.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
My say is that you gotta romance everyone. It's an achievement in the Thieves' Den. You also get an achievement for friending everyone, so that's run 2. Because they're video game characters, and you shouldn't care if their feelings are hurt because you're getting dialogue. It's fine. But among them, my favorites are Kawakami and Haru.
Yeah.
Takemi's up there. Chihaya even has her moments, but like she scammed you. She's kind of sketch.
Salt Rock.
Salt Rock. Makes me salty.
Yep.
And Yoshizawa's cool. Don't crucify me, Yoshizawa fans. Makoto's also cool. I like them all. They're all great. Even Oya. Oya's my drinking bud.
Yeah. Oya looks like my aunt, which is really weird.
Oh no. That'll ruin it.
Yep.
Rip.
Damn devil persona. All right.
Thanks
Goodbye,
for joining
everyone.
us. Goodbye. Tune in next time.